Hello, welcome to Escape the Box Piano. It's Dan here. I'm doing Billie Eilish's Listen Before I Go as a piano tutorial, and this comes as a request from a comment on another video. I like the song, I thought it was a great idea, so here we go. A very straightforward piece. There are basically 4 chords mainly throughout it. There's an F7 chord, an E7 chord, A minor 7, and C7. And that basically repeats all the way through, and then towards the end we've got D minor 7, then a G7, C7 again, and F major. There's a few complexities and intricacies, so let's take a look at that now. First thing to note is that the speed of the song is about 100 beats per minute, and each of the chords effectively gets held down for 2 measures. There are 4 beats in each measure. So 100 beats per minute sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to hold each chord down for 2 measures. Sounds like this. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at the construction of these chords then. So the F7 chord in the right hand, here's middle C. You're going to play A, C and E. And in the left hand, simply F and F. That's your first chord. E7, really not far away. Simply move the left hand down to E and E. And in the right hand, move your thumb onto the G sharp and D and B and D. That's your E7 chord. Okay, the A minor 7, take your right hand, move your thumb down to the E and play the G and the C above it. Meanwhile, in the left hand, take your thumb down to the A and play the octave below. By the way, don't worry if you have a smaller keyboard and you don't have all the octaves. If you don't have the lower registers, you can simply play a single note in the left hand. And then finally the C7 chord, you don't really need to move far at all. Your thumb, second finger, keep them on the E and the G. Add a B above that in the right hand, so those 3 notes. And in the left hand, C and C. First time you hear these chords at the beginning, so you've got those 4 chords in those order for 2 measures each, apart from the C7 at the end. Let's have a look at it. So that chord, then the E7, then the A minor 7, then the C7 chord. So you play the chord in the right hand for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold down C for 2 beats, and then G for 2 beats. That's unique. That only happens the once right at the beginning. All the other times it goes round in that register, you simply hold the C7 chord for the full 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. If we're going by the official audio for this song, then at 1 minute 36, we go around for another round of these chords, but we change the register slightly of the chords, at least the first 2 chords, the F7 and the E7, in the right hand. Still going to have your left hand on F and F, but now instead of playing, we're going to play it a little higher up. We're going to put our thumb on the E and A and C above that. Moving to the E7 chord, left hand does what it always does before, goes down to the E. And for the chord in the right hand, D, G sharp and B in that order here. And then jump down to the position you've just learnt for the A minor 7. And then to the C7. Again, if we go by the official audio, then at 2 minutes 14 we get the same chords again, but this time broken. So instead of playing block chords, we're going to play the individual notes. Here's what it looks like and sounds like. Now move to C, and in the second measure of this, effectively where we've had the chord of C7 before, in the second measure we get this. Let's take a look at those notes individually. It's just moving up in thirds. C and E, D and F, E and G, F and A, G and B, and A and C. You can connect those notes smoothly with some clever use of digits in your right hand. Takes a little bit of practice, but let's take a look at what I'm doing there. So thumb and third finger on C and E, then second and fourth finger on D and F. Tuck your thumb underneath to get to the E and use your fifth finger on the G. Kind of go over the top now with your second and fourth finger again to the F and A. Again, tuck your thumb underneath to get to the G. Fifth finger should already be over the B. And again, finally, second and fourth finger over onto the A and C. Practice that and you can make it sound quite smooth. So that's C7 chord with the thirds progression in the second measure. And now we go for another round of F7, E7, A minor 7, C7. This time, so we're at 234 in the track. Back to F here. This time the register of the chord is up here for the F7, A, C and E. Hold that down for 2 measures. Okay, now to the E7. It's the same thing as it was an octave down here, it's just 1 octave up. So G sharp, B and D with E underneath it. Again, the A minor 7, it's the same as it was an octave lower, it's just up here. E, G, C. And E, G, B with C. At 2:53 in the track, round for another cycle. And now we're going to play so we're playing every 2 beats now in the right hand. Still on C there, we played the C, G and B twice. Now swap out that B for a C. Okay, and here's where we go to our D minor 7 chord. So D's in the bass, F, A and C here, and we're going to play that 4 times. Now to our G7 chord, move your right hand so you're on a D, F and B, and get your thumb and fifth finger on G down here. To the C7 chord, just a reminder, E, G, B. Okay, now take your left hand all the way down to F, and back up to F, A, C here. The 4th chord here, just move your thumb down to the E, and then after that play E, and then back to the D minor 7 chord. So that progression of the F. Back to the D minor 7, and and the G7, C7, and the song finishes suspended on F major. So F down in the left hand, C, F and A in the right hand. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it's been of use to you. If it has, do like the video, leave some comments down below and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials. I look forward to seeing you again soon.